Hi up, quick video to preview Wigan against Wednesday tonight. Couldn't have a worse game really, could we? Wigan 1-5 on the spin, top of the league, top of the form table. Wednesday struggling for form, can't get past Shrewsbury, absolute calamitous drop bollock on Saturday. It's hard to get motivated, isn't it? I've been saying it for weeks. I want to see a performance. The score don't even bother me. I just want to see that. I want to see 90 minutes where I'm going, oh, they did well there. Poor game against Ipswich, though, Saturday. I mean, against Shrewsbury, half an hour, I thought it was really good. Really good, I did. The second half was poor, but even that I didn't think was horrific. And I'm just like, let's do that again. Let's start like that again. Ipswich, poor game. Two teams trying to play football out from the back, neither of them particularly good at it. I think what summed it up about that game for me was both teams looked at the most dangerous when the opposition had got the ball in possession in their own half, which says it all, doesn't it? If you're going to go for this style of playing out from the back, you've got to do it quick with tempo and confidence. I don't think we look confident in doing it. The passing's slow. I don't want to slag off Darren Moore, he's barely through the door, isn't he? You know, already there seems to be a bit of momentum building against him, but just pick up the tempo a bit, just try and dictate the rhythm of the game. And sometimes go long. Sometimes there's nothing wrong with that. So, Wigan. Okay, well, I'll quickly have a look at Wigan's results. Started this epic run against Charlton with a 2-0 away win. Then a home win against Portsmouth, 2 clean sheets on the bounce. Trickiest game looks to have been against Doncaster Rovers, but that's often the case, isn't it? You're playing a poor side and they're often harder to break down. And there's that thing where players, maybe they take the foot off the gas a little bit, but still got past them, 3 points in the bag. Then away at Accrington, a 4-1 pasting for them. And the last game in this mini run, another 2-0 win against Cheltenham. So 5 games, all wins, 3 clean sheets, scoring goals. It's a nightmare fixture for Wednesday, isn't it, this? So Wigan's record: played 8, won 6, drawn 1, lost 1, scored 14, 5 against. The danger man, Will Keane, played 9, scored 4, 2 assists. Oh God. I think we're going to have to get used to the fact he's not going to change his methods, he's not going to change his mentality. He wants us playing out from the back. We're going to have to get used to that. I think we're going to have to get used to this system, whether it's Bannon higher up in the hole like he were the other day, or wing as it was 2 weeks ago. Sometimes it's this 4-3-3 and it's more of a flat line, and the isolated wingers. I think we're going to have to get used to that. And I don't mind it. It can be a really, really successful system when it's done right, but we're just very laborious in possession, and we're not scoring enough goals. That's the be all and end all. You know, we've still got, I think, the tightest or second tightest defence, despite the fact we got pasted by Plymouth, despite the fact we keep dropping clangers like we had on Saturday. We've still got one of the tightest defences in division, so we've got to start creating chances, got to start scoring goals. How I don't know. I don't think he knows his best 11 yet, and I think that's a problem. And it's getting to the stage now where there's something else I want to see, apart from a decent 90-minute performance. And maybe it's something that will help us get a decent 90-minute performance. I want him to pick an 11 now and say, right lads, you've got 5 games. You 11 are playing the next 5 on spin. Show me what you can do. Show me what you can do. If after 5 games some of them still aren't pulling their trees up, then bring somebody else in. Right, you've got 5 games to get used to playing in this group. It's just very frustrating at the minute. I'm not calling for his head. I know some people I think are getting maybe a little bit carried away, and a lot of people didn't want him in the first place, and so there's always that little bit when things are turning sour. I sometimes think people half want it to fail so they can be right. I know maybe I'm being far-fetched, but that's just the impression I'm getting when I'm reading social media. I shouldn't read social media, actually. I shouldn't bother with it because it is... I mean, the game Saturday, folks just going on and abusing the players. I don't know. We've got to start picking results up, especially away from home. That's really going to cost us any chance this season. At home, we're not that bad. We're not great, but we're not bad. But away from home, that's going to cost us unless we can turn some sort of corner. So I'm not against the manager, but I think there's a momentum building, and the way things have been at Hillsborough the last 4 or 5 seasons, I think folks are on a shorter fuse than normal, and they're ready to pounce. They're ready to see them signs of failure and leap in and say, yeah, we know what these cracks are in the paintwork and the fabric, you know what I mean? So, oh God, I just want them to get a win. Pick the same 11, get them out there, pick the tempo up, play at a higher pace, a higher intensity, and just go for it. I'd rather they lost playing like that. Don't mind the system, because when it's done right, it can work. We've seen that with numerous teams over the years. And that's the way he's going to play. We're going to have to get used to it. I'm not going to change that for anybody. One change you might have to make to the actual team now is Barry Bannon, who apparently has got a knock. So, interesting what he's going to do there. But away from home, so will it be Byers, try and give us a bit of control of the ball? It's getting to the stage though, that midfield balance I don't think it's been quite right since Luongo was out again. I think him at the fulcrum of that midfield really made a difference in that game, and I don't think we've had anybody really doing that job, or probably even capable of doing that job since. So I don't know, maybe mix things up, put Deli Bichero in there. We've got to do something. Is he under pressure? I don't think he's under pressure, but I think there is a small swelling of opinion that's growing. He's got to get a result, I think. Things are growing against him. I don't think it helps, paper talk, the press, you go online. Players leaping to his defence. That's a pretty dramatic way of saying it, isn't it? We're 8 games into the season. We've had a couple of bad results away from home. Couple at home that weren't brilliant, leaping to his defence. Do you think the manager's under pressure? No, it's early days at season. He's a great bloke, brought me in, and I know what he's trying to do, and I'm fully behind him. That's not leaping to someone's defence. Makes it sound like he's got out knives back at players. What are they going to say? Leaping to his defence, very dramatic sounding. Oh dear. Tough game this, but you know what? Sometimes they're less pressure, aren't they? And I think this squad, despite the fact that we've had 13 out the door, 14 in the door, we've still got that mentality as a whole. I don't know how it survived. I mean, there's 3 players left. But somehow that mentality has survived of when things are against, there's that collapse. That mental collapse, a fragility which spreads throughout the team. So, got to get a result, got to get a first goal, because that's another thing. We don't come when we go a goal behind, we don't come back. I think I saw a stat the other day that stretches back something like 3.5, 4 years now. That's horrific. So, lose this. And I think there could be a massive reaction. I thought there was a bit of an overreaction Saturday. It weren't great. Somebody's dropped a bollock. The keeper's dropped a bollock. It happens. It's absolute schoolboy, and I don't really want to bang on about it, but it happens. That's an individual mistake. You can't blame the manager for that. You can blame him for picking a player, but you know, he's a player who made 2 or 3 other good saves in that game and probably stopped us going a goal down after 2 minutes. So it's a drop bollock. It happens. Midfielders drop bollock, strikers do. It's going to be a tough game. Like I said, maybe sometimes the pressure's off in a game like this. You're not expected to get a win. If you were having a bet, Wigan at home, we'd be like, yeah, bank. When it's like that, the pressure moves across to the home team. So that's all I'm banking on, really. That's all I'm hoping for. That the pressure gets to Wigan, Wednesday can relax a bit, and maybe we can nick something. Like Ipswich nicked that against us. Yeah, I'm rambling here and talking shite. That's my back's in agony. Played golf Sunday, my 10-yearly game. Club's out at loft, covered in mould. Shot a 132 though, so I'm getting better. Anyway, try and enjoy the game. See you on the other side.